Hi, I'm Don with TankTex, the founder and originator of TankTex.com. Back in 2004, we began studying and working and learning how to clean RV holding tanks. And over the years, I perfected that and the use of the 1/8 inch hose, the heads, everything. I've personally cleaned over 13,000 tanks. I know holding tanks. In the process, one of the biggest problems we had was the horrendous odor. When you stick a 3,000 psi jetter into a holding tank, the odor coming out is, to say the least, offensive. And that's when we discovered an international company that knew how to do something. Over a partnership of the last 15 years, we developed an RV holding tank product that is unlike anything else on the market. But we never told you everything we knew about it because we had all these great marketing ideas, because we're using actual probiotic bacteria that removes the odor, breaks the sludge down into water, and solves all the problems that we are currently having. When I discovered it, I poured just 1 ounce of this product, the probiotics, into a holding tank that I was cleaning. The odor went away immediately. And I thought, boy, what else can I do with this? But when I went to the marketing people, they said, well, you'll bring everything else out on a individual label. And I went with that. And I found out that I don't like doing business that way. There are 1,000 things I can do with this product, TankTex RX. And I want to share them with you. And I don't want to sell you 1,000 bottles. I want to sell you one and tell you how to use it 1,000 different ways that you're going to absolutely love. I'm going to back it up and I'm going to prove it. This is an introductory video. I have 300 more in making because I've been testing this stuff, beta testing it, filming it for the last 10 years. Now I'm going to tell you what I really can do with it. But just to give you a start, this is our RV holding tank product. And this is our RV holding tank product, and this is our RV holding tank product, but this one is marked for septic systems. Sewage is sewage. It's going to do the same thing, whether you put an RV holding tank or a 500-gallon tank. Exact same product, you just use it differently. This one is for a RV, which you're probably most familiar with. Exact same product, but marked for an RV because the instructions are a little bit different, because how you use it is different than you would in a septic tank. This one is marked for a boat. And you use it in a boat a little bit differently because boats have suction pumps out. They don't have gravity flow, and it always leaves in there. So there's a little bit difference in way to do it. But there is so much more I can do with this. You are going to be amazed, because what's actually in this bottle and what we have hereto admitted to and told you about is not the same thing. In brief, there's 60 different strains of probiotic bacteria in that bottle, and it can do so much. When I developed and got this going, we started with a second one. We called it, because the industry said we should, the Probiotic Toilet Cleaner. Now this one has apple juice, apple cider vinegar, grape alcohol, yucca, and guar in it as the base, and the same 60 different microbes that are in this one. But when you're dealing with probiotic microbes, what you feed them determines what they're going to grow and what they do. This one is excellent for removing odor and breaking down waste. This one with the apple cider vinegar, apple juice, and grape alcohol and yucca is excellent for cleaning any surface. All of them will develop a probiotic barrier and a probiotic benefit. What I mean by a probiotic barrier is when I put any of this in any application, it provides the probiotic benefit through quorum hijacking technology, which we'll explain in a bit, and it will stay on the surface. This one will clean better than anything you've got used because it is cleaner than clean. If you were to use Clorox, we all know Clorox is a great disinfectant, and I use Clorox. When I want something dead, I want it dead, and I want it dead now. But out in the everyday world, I don't want to kill everything, because when you kill it, it causes it to mutate and does all kinds of other horrible things, gets out of control. So we use this one in the cleaning process, and it makes it cleaner than clean. And what do I mean by that? Now when I put this on the surface, It multiplies the probiotic bacteria and prohibits the pathogenic bacteria from working. It's cleaner than clean, and it stays there. So it is so different than anything you've ever seen or heard of before. And realize, I'm going to say this 1,000 times, there are 60 different probiotic strains in there. When we created this stuff, we created it so that it would do everything, anything in the microbiology section, and we're just beginning to discover its uses. The people that make this are incredibly intelligent. They know what they're doing, and I'm incredibly curious. I just wanted to say, hey, what would happen if I did this? And I videotaped it. Now I'm going to release that to you, but in order to bring this to you, marketing said, well, I need to put one for washer, for every possible use. And I said, no, I don't. I have an intelligent group of people, or they wouldn't be watching this video. They can understand that the probiotics do what probiotics do. All they have to do is show them how to do it, and then know how to apply it, and you will find 1,000 uses I never thought of. Because I'm going to show you videos that you're going to say, I can't believe you just did that. But it works, and it works every time, because that's what probiotics do. Did I find some stuff that it didn't do? Yeah, I did. It doesn't do everything, but it does almost everything I want to do. And it does it better than anything else that is out there. But to do that, we had to make a business decision. And that business decision was based on the economics. And I am a sole proprietor. My son and I own this company together. We don't have a board. We don't have stockholders. We don't have anything. We get to do it the way we want to do it. And what we want to do is to provide the very best for you we can at the most affordable prices, because we don't have to become multimillionaires or multi-billionaires. We're out here to perform a service, and I love what we're doing. And you're going to love it too, because it actually works. I have story after story to tell you, but let me give you a little background on what we are going to do. You can see behind us, we have changed the name to Just Science, because everything that we do, we're trying to help other people bring their products to market also. And my son Daniel will explain that to you. He's on that end of it. I'm on the tech side. We'll do that later, but we have some incredible consultants that are absolutely brilliant to show you things that you never dreamed possible. But here's what you do know is the truth. The industry is going to sell you the most that they can and give you the least that they can get away with and tell you it works. I want to do the opposite. I want to sell you as little as I can, and let you work it out and let you work out how much you want to use. I'm going to show you how that works out in a moment. But to do that, we had to start another company, because we're going to do some stuff that is so incredibly forward thinking. And solves so many problems, so we had to give it a new name. So we came up with the name Eubiotic Life. And simply, Eubiotic Life is because probiotic bacteria can be guided into what you want it to do. We want to give you the tools so that you can make the probiotics do what you want it to do in your situation, to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, of taking all these products that we have and adding to them, knowing that the exact same formula of probiotics with just a different food. If I want it to clean, I use this. If I want it to transform odor, I use this. And to do that, we came up with a brand new name of Eubiotics. So Eubiotics is our name for letting you know that we'll show you how to create anything that you need to create for cleaning or for deodorant, and you can make it smell like whatever you want to smell like by adding essential oils, and we'll show you how to do all of that. So if you like to clean with lavender, you can do that, or orange. Just add whatever oil you have. We're not going to charge you any more money for the same thing, and it is going to be so economical for you, it's foolish to even think of doing anything else. But that'll be Eubiotics. The labels are coming out, and we've been debating the labels, and I have in front of me 9 pages of notes on how we want to create those labels, because what we're trying to do is get you to understand, get the public to understand what you can do, because it's never been done before this way. So we decided, instead of putting the labels out and telling you what it says in the labels, that we're going to do it one-on-one. You listening to me, and then feedback of what you need to hear and what did I communicate before we bother to spend the thousands of dollars, tens of thousands on the new labeling and marketing. I want to know how we're getting the message across. How do we share that I can do anything with this stuff and it is going to be amazing? You are going to say, I can't believe you just did that and it worked. You're going to love it. It's going to make your life easier. It's going to make it safer. It's going to make it cleaner. All with the eubiotics that is coming out. And it's all the same stuff. And we're not hiding that fact, but it's 60 different microbes. So what we're going to be adding to this line of the molasses-based probiotics is Odor Transformer. And the Odor Transformer is either indoor or outdoor. And it's two different labels, exact same product. But you use it differently indoor than you do outdoor. Indoor, you create a mist with it. And you can take the odor out of the air instantly. I can take the odor off of my hands from an onion and probiotically protect my hands. I can take the odor out of a bathroom. And if I want to put a little scent in it, I can add it to it. It does it all. And it gives the probiotic barrier and the probiotic benefit every time I use it. Outdoor, you're going to use it a lot more. I used it in pure horse manure all summer or all winter long in the horse and dog corrals, and I did not have any odor from that horse coming out of there. I used it in the garden. I've used it in 100 different ways, and I'm going to show you how you can use it too. And it is so inexpensive and so easy and so convenient. You're going to absolutely love it. It does what we say it does. So we have that product coming out. Now, this one is the cleaning product, and it's coming out as a general, as eubiotics, probiotic, all-purpose cleaner. With this one, you can spray it on anything. And I will give you just one little example here. My wife is been down with surgery, and I'm in charge of all the washing, the dryer, and the whole house. But I got to keep the counters clean, and I've got to protect her from bad bacteria. I fogged the house with this stuff in a fogger. And I'm going to show you how to do all that stuff. Just what do you need to do and how do you need to do it. We were in a home visiting for a week where the host had a horrible cold. I fogged the house and every surface with just a mist. None of the 6 people there got that cold, ever got it, and hers was bad. Why? Probiotic barrier, probiotic protection. There's so many ways you can use this to protect yourself and not put things in danger. It's incredible. All right, let's talk about value for a moment and what we're doing. Now, this is a 16-ounce bottle that retails at roughly $25. And out of this 16-ounce bottle, the instructions for the cleaning aspect is 1/2 ounce to every 15.5 ounces or 16 ounces of water. So basically you take your own spray bottle, you put in 1/2 ounce in a 16-ounce spray bottle, fill it up with water, and you use that. Now you can see here, this one bottle for $25, which is what everybody else charges you for their enzyme-based products, that is watered down, this bottle of concentrate will make 32 more bottles, and it will work with either product, either with the Odor Transformer product or with the cleaning product. Now, sometimes, like I wanted to get something really, really greasy, I might bump this up to 1 ounce, where I want a little more cutting power, get a little more of the apple cider vinegar, apple juice cleaning purposes. But normally 32 to 1 and 32 to 1 on this for the transforming spray is all you're going to need. You could put a lot more in, but it's not going to do anything different. The reason is the probiotics spread. So let's talk about the probiotics for a moment. In the probiotics that we have in this, we use, and I am the manufacturer, the factory is outside this room. I purchased the probiotics from an international company. They are held in a very tight secret. I have some excellent, I call them probiologists that have experience with this, but I've been experimenting with them for 12, 14 years now, and have figured out what they can do very, very well, and they are shockingly good. But it was only in this last 6 months did the company that makes it become comfortable enough with me to tell me what really is in this product. Because we knew it had a multitude of probiotics in it, but as an international company, they kept that quiet, and they're not ashamed of it. They just want to protect it. But they let us know that there are 60 different probiotic bacterias. And how do we find that out? We had it tested. We had a DNA tested through our consultant. And the consultant who was in with the international company said, hey, we tested it. We found 60 different. And they just smiled and they said, if you'd have run this test and this test, you'd have found more. And just smiled. So we know there's at least 60 in it because we have the DNA background for it. What the original intent was to do as much with the probiotics as possible. And when this was first discovered, they didn't even know what they had discovered and how it worked. They just knew that it worked, and that's all they cared about at that point. Now, we do know how. Bonnie Bassler on TED Talk can talk to you about quorum sensing bacteria. All bacteria is quorum sensing. That means they have a chemical language that one bacteria has its own chemical language, and then they have a universal language where they communicate across species. It's known that some people say 5, some people say 10% of the bacteria is either pathogenic or probiotic. Pathogenic means that it's going to cause somebody to get sick or die somewhere. Probiotic means it's health-giving. We as human beings don't like pathogenics. They make us sick. Probiotics is something we must have or we will be sick. So we are going to balance the probiotics. By putting 60 different ones in there, there's hardly a situation that the probiotics cannot figure out between the combination of them in there how to resolve the issue and bring it back into probiotic balance. So that's what we're doing, bringing it back into probiotic balance. If you go into the forest, which is something we all love to do in the summer, and things are in balance, you step out in the morning, that fresh, cold air, it's great. It is fresh and it's clean and it's in balance. Unless there's a dead animal lying there. And then it's out of balance. You spray it with probiotics, it's back in balance. You see, we have been trained by the marketing industry that fresh and clean is a scent, it's a smell, it's whatever they stuck in the bottle. Well, if you can smell it, it's neither fresh nor clean nor probiotic. It's a chemical, which is why on all the SDS sheets that they put out, you have to rinse it off before you can after you used it. It is a toxin, you can't drink it. Now, obviously you should not drink this stuff because it's not made under food grade, but it has food grade probiotics in it. That's what we use in it. But we don't make it for that purpose. That's a whole different nightmare of legal restrictions that we aren't into. But there are so many things that you can do with this because of those 60. Most of the other products are coming out now. When we started this 12 years ago, we have put a dent in the industry, the RV industry, because we were the first ones to come out with claiming probiotics. And now lots of labels are claiming probiotics and enzymes, but they're not claiming quorum hijacking probiotics. Everybody has quorum sensing, but if you don't have enough probiotics in the bottle, it will not capture the quorum and it will not change what you're doing. So the odor doesn't go out. It stays there. The container doesn't get clean. It stays there. We covered all that by stacking the system with billions of probiotic bacteria that are growing, and all you have to do is put it in the air. It finds its feed in the air instantly and neutralizes or transforms it into something inert that will not bother us, and it's good for the environment. And you won't believe when I put some of this stuff on the manure in my corral, took and put it in a box, and just to see what would grow in it, my yellow crookneck squash plants were 4 foot tall. And the manure, horse manure, smelled like fresh wood chips. It is that good. It will do incredible things. And I don't need to sell you 1,000 different bottles. I just need to tell you how to use the one you've got. That's what I'm trying to do. So it's based on that quorum sensing. And we use these two formulas. We combine them for a third. We have in this probiotic what we call probio technology, and we have the probio barrier. So that when I take this, and this is the cleaner, and I use the cleaner, I use it to wash my dry erase board. But now I've got this cleaner, and I don't want to gross you out, but I almost cut the end of my thumb off the other day. And the stitches didn't hold, and the doctor said, it's going to take you 8 weeks, just keep it clean. I said, how? And he said, well, get this kind of soap and that kind of soap and the other kind of soap. And I said, I don't need all that stuff. What I want to do is I'm not going to spray it on the wound itself. That's not its purpose. The purpose is to keep my hands clean so it doesn't transfer from that. I have other stuff, medical stuff for the wound itself. But look, right there. Now I have a probio barrier against all pathogenic bacteria on my hands that is going to live on that surface. Just like it lives inside of me, it's living outside of me. And that's at a little more than a 32:1 ratio in that spray bottle. And I keep these things with me everywhere. If you have a problem, we want to fix it. If it's possible to do it with probiotics, we'll help you find out how. If it's in a totally different field, hey, contact us at Just Science. We might be able to help you get something out there too. Or find out, does this really work? Because we'll test it. We'll find out. If it works, we'll help you get it out there. If it doesn't help, if it doesn't harm, and will only help, it's what we're looking for. Thanks for listening to this. I appreciate it. We'd appreciate a like and share with others.